Hello and welcome to another edition of It's Just Our Opinion. This morning I'm coming to you from Panama City Beach, Florida. Now I hadn't been to Panama City Beach it's been several years, probably 15 years. We have started going more to Orange Beach and Gulf Shores. It just seems to be easier for us to do that, but we couldn't get a room this weekend, so we had to end up in Panama City Beach, Florida, which is fun. We had a great time. You can see the ocean here behind us. There probably ain't a lot of people down there right now, but it was yesterday. It was just packed. There's a lot of folks there. People getting out and enjoying these last few weeks of warm weather. Now I know a lot of you are thinking, now Ray, it seems like you and Regina are doing a lot of traveling lately. Well, you know, I love to travel and she loves to travel. So if you got, I love to travel and she likes to travel, you put it together, that's a lot of travel time. So we get out and go a lot. But how many of you that's watching this today know somebody that said, well, when I retire, I'm going to travel a lot. And then when they retired, they got sick and they couldn't travel. We all know somebody like that. So Regina and I, we decided several years ago, anytime we can load up in the car and go somewhere, we just like good weekend road trips. We're going to do it. I don't want to be one of them that said, well, I wished I had traveled when I was younger because now I'm just not able. But we love the beach. I guess you can tell that by watching our show. We love the beach. Anytime we can come down to the beach and visit. But you know what was so interesting? I mean, if you watch TV, now we don't watch a lot of TV anymore. It's so depressing to watch the news and all that. Everybody's, whether you're on Fox or CNN or that CNBC and all this stuff, everybody says the country is so divided. But you know, we sat out here on this beach probably about 10 hours yesterday and never one time seen anybody that felt like it was a divided country. Everybody was smiling and laughing and having fun. We met people from Georgia, we met people from Indiana and Kentucky, and you know, just everybody's having fun. Even met this one guy, really amazing. We sitting here in our chairs on the beach, and he comes by. Of course, we're friendly. We speak, how you doing? And so he comes over and said he was from Canada, had never seen the beach in his life. From Canada. He said his company had given him a little bonus, and so he decided, you know, he had never seen the beach. He was coming to see the beach. Now, the guy drove. He drove all the way down there, actually come through our neighborhood, come down Interstate 65, right through Priceville, Decatur, and Hartsville, and all the way down here to Panama City Beach. First time. What an amazing adventure. Now, it was kind of sad for us because he was by himself. He always ought to share the beach with somebody. But now that was his own personal problem. I'm not getting into his business. But I thought it was so neat. I mean, it's not a divided country when you get out and want to enjoy life and do things and just have fun. Now, we could have knocked on doors here to Condo and asked people who they voted for and all that stuff, but that ain't what vacations are about. Vacations are fun. Get out and travel. And how many of you right now wishing you had went somewhere this weekend, but you didn't? You sit at home and scrolled on Facebook, which I like you scrolling on Facebook if you stop at my show here. It's Just Our Opinion. But it's so much more to life than just sitting in the house. Get out and go. If you don't like the beach, go to the mountains. You know, I'll have to confess, we thought about going to Gatlinburg this past weekend, but we couldn't get a room anywhere. We called, went online, we done everything we could to try to find a room, but we couldn't find one. They was booked up. So I guess you got to start a little earlier. Our spur of the moment trip sometimes don't work out to where we want to go. We have to end up going somewhere else. But I love the beach, and just as you can tell behind us here, the water's flowing, and I mean, it was so amazing yesterday. There was about 10 stingrays going up and down the beach in front of us. Now, you know, after we seen them probably 4, 5, 6 times, it wasn't that big a deal to us, but everybody that walked by, there's people walk up and down, they would see them and they would stop, take pictures and video them and do things, you know, and that's what vacations are for. And like I say, I actually walked the beach this morning, and they was back out there again this morning, and people, different people, of course, than what seen them yesterday, was just amazed and couldn't believe that they would come that close to the beach here. I mean, they was in 3 or 4 or 5 feet of the beach, swimming back and forth. And now I'm not one that wants to try to touch these. We actually seen a lady out there yesterday that walked out, and when they swim by, try to bend down and touch them. Now, I'm not one that wants to touch something I don't really know. You know, I remember when I started dating Regina, you know, it took me several hours before I eased my hand over and put my hand on her hand. But you know, I just don't want to touch something real quick if I don't know what it is. But anyway, you know, we're going to get out here in a few minutes, find us something to eat. We went down to Pier Park last night. Hadn't been there in years. I mean, probably, like I say, 15 years. And you're talking about one of our favorite places to eat. One of our favorite places to eat. Now, we eat it in our hometown all the time, Decatur. But one of our favorite places to eat is Five Guys. And you know, we went to Five Guys last night. Out of all these places to eat there, went to Five Guys, and it tastes just like it did in Decatur. I was telling Regina, that's one of the good things about these places like Five Guys. So no matter where you go, we've eaten them in D.C., we've eaten them all over, and they always taste the same. But now I'm going to throw out, I don't usually advertise for a lot of folks on here, but I want to tell you, Friday night, we had probably some of the best seafood that we have ever had. Went to a place here in Panama City called Captain Anderson's. Now, when you pull up, the parking lot is full. I mean, you think, well, we probably ain't gonna get a seat, but that place is huge. It is huge. We went down, you talking about the lobster was so good. Regina loved the scallops, the shrimp. I mean, the shrimp was huge. And all of it was fresh. I mean, it was just really good. Now, my favorite is a red snapper. Now, any of y'all people that love to come down to the beach and go fishing and you know, go out and catch all these red snappers and stuff, and you just got your freezer full and you throw them away, don't do that. Don't throw it away. Call me, I'll come get it. But I love red snapper. I mean, to me, you know, I was telling Virginia, I've got to get out of that and start trying new stuff. But the last 3 or 4 times we've been to a good seafood restaurant down at the beach, I've eaten red snapper. And it's just, I love it. I love it. But anyway, just remember, get out. Don't sit at home and scroll Facebook or read the paper or watch that old negative news. It don't matter what channel you're on, CNN, Fox, CNBC, ABC, CBS. I mean, they're all trying to divide this country and tell you that everybody can't get along. You know, that's just so sad. Get out on the beach and walk up and down and see how many people want to stop you and talk politics, or how many people want to ask you if you're driving a Ford or a Chevrolet or some of that. People don't care when they're out here having fun. And every one of you, it don't matter. It don't matter what you do for a living. It don't matter if you're rich, poor, black, white. It just don't matter. You deserve a vacation. You deserve to get out and enjoy life. And that's what we're doing right now. When we do a lot of it. We love weekend trips. But get out of the house. Turn that Facebook off after you watch my show. Don't turn it off till you watch my show. But you know, thank you again for watching this thing. Hey, if you like it, share it with your friends, your neighbors, your family. You know, it's just something that's good, clean, family fun that you can share. But look, I've said a lot of stuff, and before I go, I want you to look at the beach one more time. It is so beautiful. I hate it. I've got to leave it this morning. But anyway, we've said a lot here today. Whatever we said, don't get too excited about it, because it's just our opinion.